Okay, Met Gala time. This video is a little bit late because I was fucking depressed and couldn't bring myself to make a video. But here we are, ready to look at celebrities' very weird outfits that are more valuable than a human life. Or, if you want to be like the conspiracy theorists on the internet, outfits that insult and dishonor Rosa Parks from her grave. Yeah, apparently people think that Lisa was wearing Rosa Parks' face on her crotch. And that's probably the best headline that's come out of this Met Gala. And you know, my thing is like, if this is real and this is actually Rosa Parks on Lisa's crotch, then like there has to be some really bad blood between Lisa and Rosa Parks, which I don't even know how that's possible. They didn't even exist in the same time together. So unless there was some like long ancient family history where Lisa's family is at like a feuds with Rosa Parks' family, yeah, I'm just gonna say that that's coincidence. But other than that, I guess we can review her outfit first. Good. It is simple, chic, probably more valuable than a human life, so we'll take away some points for that. But you know, a nice, clean, simple outfit. Moving on. Oh, and by the way, before we get too far, the theme of this year's Met Gala is super fine, tailoring black style, and the history of dandyism. I don't know what the fuck that means. Anyways, here is Jenna Ortega looking like a goddamn sheet of metal. You know, it doesn't look bad right off of the bat, but then you take a closer look and you just start asking a lot of questions, you know? Are these rulers? I think those are rulers. And, you know, I'm just not understanding the concept. Like, I think it looks good. Like, it looks kind of like futuristic. It does look like that's super fine. I don't know how she moves in this, if these are all separate pieces. So, again, just a lot of questions. It looks good though. Now, of course, my poverty-ridden brain is probably just, you know, too poor to understand the concept of this, you know, dress. But, you know, I will say from the outside looking in, it looks good. This is a good dress, good style. So yeah, we're gonna give all of these a good or bad rating. Very simple. Is it good or is it bad? All right, so here's Rihanna looking like she's about to do some detective work to figure out why I'm so poor. But, you know, she will never find the answer to that question. I will say I do like the style of this look. I think this hat was definitely, you know, tailored and made for somebody like 3 sizes larger than her. You know, maybe like Andre the Giant or something. But you know what? She's wearing it, she's rocking it. They had an extra hat and she was like, I need a hat. And they were like, here's a hat. Everything else fits her pretty well though. So, you know, I'll say good. We're gonna say good on this one. All right, so next up we have Coleman Domingo, and I can't really tell if he's about to be crowned the king of his country or receive his bachelor's degree in communications. We also have some type of black cloth coming out of the back of him. You know, I don't know if this is some type of, you know, access flap so that he can use the bathroom, or if they just didn't have enough blue cloth material to, you know, to surround him for the whole outfit. I don't really know what this could be, you know? Is it a snack compartment, like a little satchel? I couldn't tell you. And then yeah, he has the blue with this like, you know, very decorated, flashy, I don't know what you call that. Neck pants? A bib? Is it a bib? Is he wearing a bib? It's not bad though, you know, it's okay. It could be way worse though, so we're gonna say good. You know, if he was walking around, I'd be like, all right, this guy's either a king or very good at communicating with people. All right, next up we have A$AP Rocky, who pairs perfectly with Rihanna because when she can't figure out why the fuck you're so broke, he can just shoot you. You know, they see how broke you are and how poor you are, and they figure that they're having mercy on you. Because nobody could possibly live without having this much money. A$AP Rocky outfit, pretty simple, not bad. Don't know what the gun's for. We'll say good. All right, now we got Jaden Smith, and wow, there was a lot of decisions made here for this outfit. Is this hair? It looks too dark to be hair. Is this wire? Did your headgear for your braces like come loose? Are these the worms in your brain that are escaping because even they can't withstand what's going on in your mind? I truly, I don't understand. You know, without all that though, he's wearing is that a cape? A cloak? He's wearing a cloak and a nice, you know, basic, fine suit Get rid of the brain worms that are floating around your head, and I think we got a winner. I think it would be good. Based off the theme of this year, I'm hesitant to say that this is bad, in fear of being called a racist. But if I wasn't scared of being, accused of racism, I would probably rate this outfit as bad. Just because of the worms. It's a little scary, if I'm being honest. If you came up to me with that in your face, I would walk away without responding. All right, here we have Hope Smith, and right off first glance, at first I'm like, okay, this is too much. What am I looking at? I feel like I am playing the slots machine at a casino. Too many flashing lights, too much flashiness. But the longer I look, the more I'm just entranced. The more I like it, the more I'm like, come on, give me one more hit, baby. One more spin, and I'm hitting gold. Yeah, it grows on you, Like, at first, I'm like, no. But I think I'm liking it. A little too much red and yellow in terms of, like, McDonald's. But they probably have no association with that because they're rich. They don't eat McDonald's. They probably don't even know the colors of McDonald's. So that's fine. But, I like it. I'm sad to say that I like this outfit. It's kind of clean. Good. All right, here's Mihala. What the fuck? My brain does not know what is happening in this photo. These are obviously not her shoulders, but why do I kind of feel like they are? This is like an optical illusion happening before our very eyes. I don't really know how to feel. It's kind of scary, but I know it's not real. I mean, could you imagine getting shoulder checked by this? Do you flinch or do you hold your ground? Like you're either gonna get launched across the room and be embarrassed, or the outfit's gonna like collapse in on itself and then she's gonna fall and then you're gonna look like the asshole. I'm gonna say not good. All right, Tessa Thompson, we have the opposite of what's going on in the girl from earlier with the giant ass shoulders. Now we have hips, junk in the trunk, that is very disproportional and confusing. She is rivaling the mom from the movie Robots right now. Now, if we ignore that and just take a look at the outfit itself and imagine that it had normal proportions and no optical illusions, I would say good. I like the style. It's very clean, simple. Pass. Jordan Roth, wow. You look like you are dead. You look like you are decomposing. What is happening here? All right, and that's it. I do not want to look at rich people's outfits anymore. And honestly, this year was pretty basic. There was not any crazy ass furries or facial cat prosthetics. So, overall this year, well done, everybody. I wasn't able to make it this year. I was invited. They sent out the invite. I got a little bit late, so I wasn't able to make it. But I'll be there next year. So, come back next year to see me. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something about fashion. I didn't. Please subscribe. It would make me very happy, and I will see you next time.